Hi guys, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Emmanuel Doywood. I'm a software engineer, serial entrepreneur, and a trainer. Now today we'll be looking at how to create a phone price application with Visual Basic.net. Alright, we have been on the series of .NET programming for a while, so please, you should take note. Now what we are going to look at is something similar to this. This is the application which will be built with Visual Basic.net, and the main thing about this whole issue is that at the end of the day you will be able to make some transactions with it. So the main thing is to ensure that we have it running. Alright, so let's look at what different labels we have there. We have the phone, the color, the model, we have the price. Now the essence is that once the client or the user chooses the phone, the color and the model, then automatically the price of that phone will display. Now this is what these are the labels or the controls that will be on our in the form. Now the first control is label, and those label will have their property values, different names and different text. And then label 1 color, which back color will be changed in the text box. And if you go down, you will see where we have the combo box also, and then we have the list box. So these are what we are looking at. We want to make sure that at the end of the day we are able to ensure that we get the labels functioning properly, so that the labels are just to show the user what he needs to do. Then we'll have to make sure that when we change our combo boxes, we are going to have the right values. Alright, so now let's go into the main environment to see what happens. Alright, so this is our environment for Visual Studio. Alright, I have a previous video on how you can set up Visual Studio to get to this page from the moment you start it until you get to this form. You can check my previous videos for that. Alright, so this video we want to make it look like what we had said earlier. We want to make it look like this. So let's go ahead and look at what we need. So what we need here based on this design is we need it to have a label. We have 5 labels, and we are going to have 2 combo boxes. Okay, 5 labels, 2 combo boxes. Then we have 1 list box, and then we have 1 text box, and then you have 1 button. Okay, alright, we're even going to make sure that our form is going to have a name. Alright, so this form is called phone price application. Alright, so now go there. Right, so what we'll need to do first of all is to click on the toolbar on your right, and it will populate with all the controls you need. Then we are looking for label. Come down here, you see label. You bring the label out and you drop it. Okay, so we look for the name of the label, and we are told that the title is going to be the title. So we click on the label, look for the name, and then the name is going to be LBL title. Right, that is based on this, what we have here. Based on this, you can see here it says that we should name it title. So let me get highlighter. See my highlighter, and this is it. So we call it title. Label 1 dot name is title. Alright, Now same thing with label 2, we're going to call it label phone. Okay, so let's do that. So we have called this label title. Okay, and then we are going to bring out another label. Now another easy way to solve it is just that I click here, bring another label which is label 2 and drop it here, and then come and call this LBL phone. You can see it here. See down here on your right under the property bar, we have the level phone. So we're going to align all of them later. Okay, now the next one we are going to put here is level 3, which has to do with colors. Now one of the options is I can just copy this by doing Ctrl C, copy it, and then do Ctrl V. Ctrl V is for copy and paste, so you just do that, and that label 3. So we have this label here, label phone, and we are going to change this label's name to what? Label colors. Alright, so that's the name. Then we are going to do the same thing, copy V, that is going to be, then we'll copy around V to help us to hasten whatever we are doing. So we have this label, call this LBL price, and we have this as LBL this is LBL price. Okay, let's check it again. This cancel, we have the wrong value. Okay, here we have an error somewhere, so go back to design. We don't know what code. So remember, if you have this star here, means that not saved. So for if we say file, go to file, and we look for save here. This is save form 1, save it. There are more things you can see. Another way of saving is by clicking here, save, and or here, and you save whatever you have on board. So the next thing we have label, we have this. All right, so I have I'm going to put this and then look for the title. Okay, what I'm supposed to do, I'll change its text value. All right, check the labels text value. Let's look for its text value. Yes, and that text value is supposed to say purchase phone, purchase phone. Right, so we do that. Sorry, it's not that, it's this we're looking at. So when I want to call purchase title, purchase phone. Now I've done that, I'm going to shift it here. Right, then this is called, the text value of it is phone. So we go there, we said phone, text value is phone. Right, down here we have text value is what? The text value is color. Then we have another one. The text value is model. Then we have another one here. The text value is price. Remember, when you are finished typing, just press enter and automatically it will reflect that on the right. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labels here, all of them properly labeled. Now the next thing we are going to do is to add let's do a border style for, says we should do border style for the back color. So click on phone, you come down and look for back color here, and you see the back color will be at B. Here's the back color, and we are told that we should make the back color dark gray. So all you have to do is come here, look for the custom color, and then we look for dark gray. I think this is dark gray. Then we have it as gray, so we look for dark gray. This is dark gray. We have a dark gray here. Then we're told to do the font size, so we look for font size. Font size is under fonts, right? So we have font, we have the font size. You can see it here. Make it 10. Alright, then we are now going to make our font to be bold, so we look on bold and we make it true. Right now that makes it, you can look at see it has changed to bold font. Now the next thing is to put a text box. Okay, now all we have to do text box is come down here and pick a text box for T. And if you can't find something, you can always type it here, TE. You have your text box showing here. You drag a text box and we drop it here. So we have our text box. Okay, but what is happening here that we have a text box and it's supposed to be blank and it's text price. Now remember, it's so we are bringing it down here because it's actually for price. So we drop our text box there and we call it price. So let's go in and look for the name. Go up here. The name is txt price. Alright, then we now have what else do we have there? We have so it should be read only, so we look for read only here. Read only is R. We go down to R. Read only is true. Alright, so read only will ensure that nobody can write anything in here. That's the advantage of read only. Then the next thing we are going to do is to make sure that we drop our combo boxes. So the first combo box we are going to drop is for phone. So we come back here, we pick a combo box, we have CO combo box, we drag it here. You have your combo box. Okay, combo box, we are going to call the combo box CMD phone. Right, CMD phone. Alright, phone with an N. Then we are going to drop another combo box here, so I'll just copy and paste it for color. Alright, okay, trying to pick the box, it's not pulling me, so I'm going to delete it. I don't have time for so much. I'm going to move it out of here. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, we'll move it faster. That is supposed to handle has to do with color, so I'm going to call it combo box color, CMD color, CMD super value, CMD color, down the color. Alright, we have that CMD color. The next one is model. Okay, so we're going to get the model of the phone. Now the model, remember, is a list box, so I'm going to move this down so I can have enough space for to put in the model. I'm going to get this and this, move them down. let's put list box. Okay, list box. We have our list box here. Good. Let me undo it so that we can get our form down. Move it here and have a Alright, so we've done that. We're going to move the thing to align. Now the next thing that we need to do is to add button. So we add a button here. Okay, here's a button, and our button is supposed to be called button purchase. So come here and I call it BTN purchase. BTN purchase. Okay, now that's button. Then we now have dot text is supposed to be called purchase. So that is what we are going to do for the button. So let's look for the text value as a T, and then we call it, okay, call it purchase. Alright, so you can see that now we have the button there, so we are good to go. Alright, so now that we have been able to design our form, the next most important, okay, I need to also change this, also the form text to phone price application. Enter. That gives us the phone name has changed. You can see it up here. So we click here and we save everything, and then we look for it. Now the next thing we're going to do is to make sure that we get the code of this place. Okay, we're going to get the code. So if you double click on this button or any part of this form, it's going to take you to the back end where we have the code. Alright, so let's do that and go and type some code that will enable this application to run. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we want that the moment this form loads, we want it to populate this with a list of items. Okay, so the moment it loads, it should add an item. So what we are going to do is to say from one.load, we want it to populate. So I have already written some code. Now you said cmd phone.items.add Nokia. Alright, now cmd phone is not declared, so I have to find out what I called it. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to see, I want it to be populated. Combo box phone, what did I call it? cmd phone. Okay, cmd phone is there, so I'm going to run down. I called it cmd, not cmb. I think that's the problem. Confirm. cmd combo box, supposed to be a B, cmb, not cmd. Alright, I hope I did that the same here. cmb color. Okay, supposed to be combo box and not comma, as we made the mistakes. Alright, let me save it. So with that, you can now see just the name can cause a problem. So right now means that combo box.items.add Nokia, which means it should populate once you will go to the combo box called, you can see it here is shown on the IntelliSense CMD phone combo box, add items, add Nokia, add Infinix, and add Samsung. Alright, now that's the first thing we are doing. That's the first subroutine we are adding here. Now let's look for the rest of the items I was supposed to add. Okay, alright, so now the next item is that we want that the moment you change a value from this combo box, then we should clear whatever is in these two boxes and fill it up with some other values. So how do we do that? We now have to come here under our form class. Let me delete this so that we do not have too much issues on the hand. Alright, so I'm gonna create under, we want it that once that form load, so one of the ways I can do, I can double click on this. It's gonna take me in phone selected index changed. Since it is a combo, automatically it's going to select index change, which means because the value is for it to be changed and not for it to be clicked. So I'm going to say that once that is loaded, then I want you to clear these other boxes, clear the color. Remember, this is called common box color. So what I need to do there is just to type CMB color, can double click, you can see it come out here, dot text, okay, which is here, text, the text goes to blank, cleared. Alright, that automatically means that we have cleared that box. We are going to do the same thing in the other box in color for it to clear model and then add value to it. So right, I'm going to add some more quotes, which I have done a bit faster. Alright, so just type in this code one by one. Okay, so you can do this. I have added items to it. Alright, so we now see, alright, CMD color items. The items that were listed in color should be cleared. Likewise, we had list model here. Now we have an issue with this box. It's not called list model, so let's go and confirm why list model is a problem. It was a list box we were supposed to call list model, but we did call it list box, so now I'm going to call it LST model. Automatically that has cleared the error we're having here. Okay, so we want it. Now what this does is that it clears all those boxes. This part clears the box, and then this if phone.selected.string is equal to Nokia, then so if you select Nokia in the string, these are, then color should be black, hash red, first model item should be x1, x1, x3. So that's the condition we are giving. You should populate those boxes with the available types of phones and the color of the available types of colors of phones and the models of the phones once we change the value in the box called phones. You should change the values for the combo box of color and the list box of model. Alright, that's what we just did. So we are now going to go again and add another line of code which is going to help us perform some other calculations down here. Okay, so that's what the next move we are going to make. So let's go back to the coding and add some more codes. Okay, alright, so the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to add code that is going to help us to ensure that Once we have, remember when we select anything in this first model, automatically it should change the prices. Okay, so when you select this, select this, select this, all that should affect the prices. So we double click on it and it's giving us his own command. First model selected, index change. So we are now going to put the code. I'm going to be fast about it because of lack of time. So we have dropped a line of code here, and this line of code, to explain it to you, first of all we declare dim product as string, first model dot selected item to string. So we have said that the product, anything that it sees in the first model, it should name it as a product. Okay, anything that is selected, one of the selected items should be called product, the selected color should be called color, and the selected phone should be called phone. All right, so that is why we have done this here, declared. All right, so after declaring, we now take the if statement. Now this is to select the price for the product once we have done the selection. So we do that. So we say if the phone is a Nokia phone, is Nokia, color is equal to black, and product is equal to x1, then text price dot text is equal to 6,500. The same thing else, if the phone is Nokia and the color is black and the product is x2, then text price is equal to 12. That's what we have just done. So this will help us to now change all the values for the text price. Okay, so you can now see I have saved it right now. So once we change the value here, it should influence what is going to be here. Okay, that's what we have just done. All right, so that is what we are doing now. The same thing goes until we got down to else, to phone is equal to text price. All right, okay, we got down there. Then we will add some codes here. This is where we'll add a code. We have not yet added code for Infinix and Samsung phones. We'll come and add that here. Then you have to add the end if. At the end of all your if else statements, is we have if else if statements, you must always have an end if at the end. Okay, that's the conditional statement, the conditional loop. All right, so we have if then else, if then end if. All right, so if then end must have an end if. Okay, so now let's see how let's look at our forms. Form should be run right now with what we have done. Okay, should be able to have some. But before we do that, we should add a command so that our button can also perform some actions once we click it. So we double click on our button and it opens up, and we have a code. We're going to add a message. All right, so we have the message here, and it says message box will come up and say thank you for purchasing. The color of the phone will show here, and then we'll have the combo, the color of the phone, then we'll have a space. This blank is for space. Then we have the type of phone, then we'll have a space, and then we'll have the model of the phone. It will display in the text box for us to see. All right, so let's run it and see. Click on phone price application and let's watch. It says no issues found. Then it's building, it's compiling, and it's ready to run. All right, so now our application has run. We have built our application right now, and you can see when you click on the phone, it shows different classes of phone. Choose Nokia, and once you select, automatically it populates this place with models of Nokia available. Now your job is just to select a color. Go to the black Nokia, that's what you want, and maybe check if you want. So the moment we have selected one here, price shows. Likewise, you click C2, price shows. If you click on purchase, then it tells you thank you for purchasing black Nokia C2, which is a black Nokia C2 that has been purchased. Okay, we have like that for right now we're just on Nokia. We have for hash X2 purchase and do that. Now we don't have anything for Infinix, so if we go for Infinix, we have all the models. If we select H2, we select this, nothing happens here because we have not filled the code. So what we need to do is just do exactly what happened and then select write codes here for them. If you go to purchase, thank you for purchasing Maroon E22, whereas there was no price. So right now, how do we solve that? First of all, we need to go and fill it up so Samsung and Infinix can have some values also. Now take note, Infinix has its own products, S4, S5 and S10, and has its own colors. Sorry, we are going to change these colors. Infinix colors cannot be S2 and S3. Okay, so let's go down there and see what happens. Okay, Infinix color should not be S2 and X3, and likewise Samsung has good colors, so we're going to change Infinix colors to be maybe a white and black. All right, so just to stop, just end and the code, click it and the whole programming has stopped. Now let's go up and see our Infinix. You selected item to string. Infinix, we had S2 here, so this is color item, we call black, and here we'll have a white phone. Alright, those are the two phones we are going to have. Then we'll change this to S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5. Okay, so we have that as a color on our phones. Now based on this, we are going to try to, I'm going to divide the screen because I want to see the code I'm doing. So you can click here and get your screen divided. Just double click on it and your screen will divide. Then we will now look at, we are looking for Nokia colors. We have through with Nokia colors, we are looking for Infinix. So Infinix has colors and this. Now let's go down to the code because we are going to look for things that will have to do with what had happened with Nokia. Now, so we are going to say that if, so we are going to look at three portions. We are going to say if the phone is Infinix, we have text price. We have, remember, two colors, right? And three products, two colors, and we have four products here. So let's look at that. Okay. I think the products tend to be too much, so we are going to delete one of the products. We're going to delete the S5 because it just makes us have unnecessary load. Then we are going to go down here, and then after the if statement, we're going to add our own statement. Okay, for another else if, sorry. Okay, we don't want it to be nested loop. It's supposed to be the same loop, so I'm going to shift it a little bit more. Okay. Now the issue is just say else if. Okay, so that's where the line is. So I want it to be there. So else if This phone is we are looking for Infinix. Okay, let me get this stuff. Let me get this Samsung story to be well aligned. So I can see everything. Alright. So this is where we add our own code to assign colors and models for Infinix and Samsung phone. So we do that. So I'm now going to have an Infinix phone. So I'm going to change everything here to Infinix. Okay. Infinix. Now, and we have black. Remember, we have black. We have an S1. Okay. Then we have white, and black, maybe an S2. Here we have black, which is an S3, and black, which is an S4. 3, and a black, which is an S4. Right, so we are through with that. We can now change the values to be maybe 10,500, 22,000, 20,000. Then we could have this to be 17,500. Okay. Now we are through with the S1. Now we also have to do the same for the white phone. So we just copy this, and then we just have it also. Right. So we have the else also. Else if, and then I drop the signal, then we go down. So there's an error here, and the error is because we have double L if. So we pull out this L if, and then we run the white. Alright, so we have this as our white. What if the phone is white? So I'm gonna just copy, then just replace this with a white. Ctrl V, and it gives us the white. Ctrl V, then I have that for the whites. So we can now change the prices to be maybe 13,500, 24,000, 21,000, and then we can have this at maybe 71,000, 7,500. So this is we have been able to get that over that we now save. Okay, just click on this, or then let's run it and see with the addition of our new Infinix information, and let's see how it works. Okay. All right. Alright, so application is here working. So what we need to do is now go for the Infinix. It has shown us, and now this has done the black and white. Choose the black and it gives us 10,000. Choose an S4 and gives us 17,500. We go for the white, choose an S1, gives us the price. That gives us 7,500. So if we purchase, thank you for purchasing white Infinix S4. Now we have that solution has been resolved. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing for the next one, which is Samsung. Okay, why don't you try it? Take that as take that as an assignment so that you can have prices are displayed. For now there's no price displayed. All right, so thank you very much for watching my application as we build it with visualbasic.net. I hope you had learned something on how to build an application with visualbasic.net at the basic level. All right. So please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. This is what will help us to be able to spread the information to others and also encourage us to keep on producing more training videos like this. Um, so help me to subscribe to this channel. Help me to click on the notification bell so that any other information that will come up, you will be able to get it in time. And then also like it and share it with your friends so that they will understand how to build phone applications and some other applications with Visual Basic. We'll build more applications and then Visual Basic and more languages. Alright, so have a great day. Bye bye.